Some of these special techniques are Mula Bandha, root lock, Ashwini Mudra, that you hear of in the Hatha Yoga classes, Agnisara, which is also taught in our ashrams, which has many levels, the subtlest one of which is the most effective but needs to be taught by an experienced expert. Swami Ridavan can teach you the more advanced form of Agnisara. Concentrating on the breath flow between Manipura and Ajna Chakra, with one's personal mantra, but the correct way of diaphragmatic and even breathing is the prerequisite. And other methods that cannot be mentioned here, as they must be received by way of initiation. It is also to be observed that with the awakening of the Kundalini, the above techniques cease to be learned techniques, but arise naturally in the sadhaka's person. On that I have written in detail in my book, Philosophy of Hatha Yoga. You will understand this article if you understand that book. When such an arisen energy is absorbed, it intensifies one's inward momentum and helps one penetrate through the various koshas, sheaths, ultimately leading to the Bindu Bhedana, bursting through the point in the center of the highest chakra. Even for normally outward looking, Sanskrit word Bahirmukha people, when one feels an awakening of sexual desire, that is the best time to enter into meditation. Then the meditation will be intense and deeply penetrating. I'll repeat that part. Okay. In addition, even for normally outward looking people, when one feels an awakening of sexual desire, that is the best time to enter into meditation. Then the meditation will be intense and deeply penetrating. And there is nothing like spouses meditating together. Along the way to this inward antarmukha flow, one must learn. Now, next point. Along the way to this inward flow, one must learn to contain all ecstasies and convert them into channels on the pure path, Shukla, or Shuddha Pantha. This energy that rises, and sometimes some people it becomes a movement, it becomes an urge to dance, it becomes an uncontrollable laughter. All of that also, all of that leakage and the rushing and the gushing, outward rushing and gushing of energy needs to be taken back in and made to flow on this very subtle channel. Some are very fortunate because of the practices mastered in a previous life. Some are very fortunate because of the practices mastered in a previous life. They do not feel the restlessness caused by the awakening of the chakras. Their awakened energy naturally flows towards the sublime. However, if they're householders, they need to learn the art of giving the spouse full satisfaction in love without losing one's own awakened energy. There are special ways to learn that until such time that both partners can join, subtle bodies and realize the ecstasies experienced in the union of physical bodies were a mere foretaste of the far more powerful pleasure in the subtle world. The Yoga Sutras warn against becoming attached even to the ecstasies. The Yoga Sutras warn against becoming attached even to the ecstasies of the subtle world in order to go on beyond. What has been said above also answers to other related questions like, since I have started meditating, I have been feeling the arousal of anger. Anger is also a warping of energy, and this warp needs to be unraveled by practices similar to the ones stated above, plus the retraining of emotions through japa and the 4 Brahma Viharas, the frolics in God, of which we have spoken many, many times, but of that elsewhere. This should explain to you what is the meaning of the word libido, what is its origin, what is its nature, and what is it for. And then why in all parts of the world, seemingly independently, wherever people have sought any spiritual solace, they have taught the path of sublimation, have honored virgins and celibates who become prophets, monks, nuns, or even temporarily pilgrims whose pilgrimage becomes effective for them.